everyone. Welcome to the live broadcast in the train room. I'm your host, Jack. Uh, I'm not going to be in here long. I'm going to have to get ready to get to bed because I got to get to work. Uh, I just got off one of the virtual railfan sites. I don't know, little knucklehead in there. Thought I didn't know what I was talking about. I guess I had to show him one or two things that I do know what I'm talking about. Not only from a model railroad experience, but actually from work experience. Telling me there was no such thing, 60 Max are obsolete when SD 60 Max are still in service with UP, Canadian Pacific, Norfolk Southern, and CSX. They're all still in service. The only thing that they did with the SD 60 was they modified it to the 75. All they did was add a compressor. They did a few things to it. They add a compressor. They adjust the wheel bearings on it. They added a compressor for the brakes and more exhaust, brake intake for the brakes, and a larger compressor tank. And they adjust the turbo on them. So they did quite a few things to it and made it the 75i. All it is a SD60 that's just been converted. Another thing is the 75i, the 70si. All of them are the cousin, or the I guess you can say the cousin of the 60. The 60 been around for quite some time. It's been around since it was probably one of the first larger units that came out back in 96, 97, somewhere off in there. I don't even know actually, but I think it was in the late 90s. And they still in use today. I just don't like someone trying to call me something that I don't know what I'm talking about from experience. And then the funniest thing is they're gonna he blocked the moderator blocked me because I was trying to explain to that knucklehead the history of what they do to those engines. All these engines are all just rebuilt engines. The SD78 is a rebuilt off the SD. Pretty much a rebuild from the old chassis on the 60, the 60M, and let me tell everybody this M is abbreviation for the Mac. The 60M and the Mac are just the same thing. It's the same thing. All they did was just adjust the exhaust, added more vent on the exhaust for intake for the brakes. 60M, 60 Mac, you might as well say they're the same thing. All it is just one thing that they did to it is adjust the intake. I mean, one is the same, just one vent more. And when I'm talking about that, I'm talking about the intake for the compressor. Pretty much. I mean, gosh, they all the same. All engines are the same. The variance from 4,400 power to 6,600 power is pretty much the difference. The 78 is a hybrid, pretty much a hybrid engine. It's got an engine on it, but they got an engine to control to power the electric wheels on the base on the back. And they don't use the chain. They use the actual electric motor on all three back wheels. Nothing major. Engines are all the same. Even the experienced engineer would tell you all engines are the same. All they did was adjust the cab, adjust the compressor box, the compressor intake, adjust the exhaust, and added more radiators to keep the engine cool, especially if it's a 16 cylinder engine. Nothing major. Trust me. I'm just like any other engineer. They're all the same. So for this knucklehead in there try to call me a jack stack and insult me, you ain't worked a day in railroad. You just go by what's on Google. Hey, how you doing? What's up, rail fan? It's like I tell anybody, if you don't know anything, if you don't really know about your engines, man, just shut up. It kind of ticked me off. Gonna block me because I'm trying to teach someone about how to work the yard. And that's all I do is switching. I can probably switch 100 cars. Oh, I'm just a little pissed off. This dude over there in Virtual Rail Fan in the Kansas City live chat. He gonna tell me, I told thank you. Gonna tell me that those were 75 eyes. Those SD 75 eyes. That's like, dude, all that is a 60. The original version of the 60. All they did was change it up. It's just a 60. All they did was just upgrade the exhaust on upgrade the intake compressor, add another compressor to it, or let me correct myself. They made the compressor tank bigger so it'll hold more, increase the pressure on the tank, added another radiator, and increased the turbo. I think a bigger turbo, and then added a radiator. That's it. That's all the 75i is an upgrade of the 60. These young kids don't know nothing. They just go by Google. Man, you better get out of that Google and get out there and actually look. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. All right, I'll do some switching real quick. Yeah. Like I said, I can't stay long. I gotta get ready for work in the morning. What is going on? This is not supposed to be happening. That's what happened when you start working the heck out of it. If you're gonna use anything, get code 100 or code 83, whatever you choose wisely. Code 83 is a thin rail. It's a little bit more prototypical than the code 100. Hey Zane, code is a little bit prototypical for model railroading. I use code 100 because no. If anything, you can get Atlas or Atlas Flex Track. I use Flex Track on my whole layout. If you get the any track, you can get the Atlas. It comes in a full set, 22 radius, or I think it's 22. Yeah, it's 22 radius. If anything, always get 22 radius. Don't get 18. 18 is too curvy, and your cars won't have a smooth turn on the curves. So always go with a 22 radius on your curves. Um, um, Always get nickel silver. That's the only thing that comes is nickel silver. Nickel silver. This is nickel silver rail. Um, and if you're gonna use anything, you can use foam. Put your layout down on the foam. I prefer the foam. I did have foam, but I went back to cork bed. Um, I can control the track more better with the cork bed than foam. Um, they got the black foam. Woodlands has that black foam. I'm not all that crazy about that foam, but yeah, just code 83, code 100. Oh, no problem. Thank you. Take care. I'm not that crazy about the foam. I don't do the foam either. It sucks. Really, it does sucks. 22, 22-inch radius. No less than 22. Okay. Okay, that's not right. Nothing should be shutting off. Something's definitely off. Oh, okay, cool. Save some of that sandwich for me. I'm hungry. All right. That was a little bit of switching. Then get out of here. Hey, Dave. I hope you had fun this weekend. Did you meet everybody? All right, guys. I got to get out of here. I got to get to bed so I can get to work in the morning. I will see y'all tomorrow, hopefully. Until then, y'all take care. Good night. All right, y'all take care. Bye. Good night, Zane.